Hey everyone, what happens to places when people suddenly leave them? The noise fades and nature slowly takes over. These ruins, from castles to ghost towns, become time capsules full of stories and secrets. Today, I'm taking you on a trip to 10 of the most fascinating abandoned places in the world. Ready? Let's go. We're starting with Pripyat, a city that became a symbol of disaster and nature's triumph. Pripyat, located just a few kilometers from the famous Chernobyl nuclear power plant, was once a modern, lively place full of young families and ambitious plans for the future. Today, it's one of the most well-known ghost towns in the world, drawing the attention of researchers, tourists, and history buffs from all over. Pripyat was built for the workers of the Chernobyl power plant. It was full of life until that tragic night in 1986. Back then, the city offered modern apartments, schools, kindergartens, and lots of places for fun and relaxation. People believed they had a bright future there, and Pripyat was supposed to be a model of Soviet progress. After the reactor exploded, residents had to leave their homes in a hurry, leaving their whole lives behind. Within hours, the city was empty. Toys, clothes, family photos, and everyday items were left in apartments, which today remind us of the lives of thousands of people that were suddenly cut short. Today, it's a ghost town, covered in plants, full of traces of everyday life from before the disaster. Abandoned apartment blocks, rusty playgrounds, and empty schools create a unique, moving landscape that brings up both sadness and wonder. Nature is taking over. Trees are growing on rooftops, and wild animals are coming back. In just a few decades, nature has taken back the land that once belonged to people. Today, you can find moose, wolves, and even lynx freely roaming the streets of Pripyat. Pripyat is a warning, but also proof of how quickly the natural world can take over a place left by humans. On one hand, it reminds us of the terrible results of the disaster. On the other, it shows the amazing power of nature to heal, a power that knows no limits. Walking these streets, we feel the weight of history and the strength of life coming back. Pripyat is a place where the past and present come together in a special way, and every step reminds us how fragile human plans are and how powerful nature is, always taking back its place on Earth. Let's go to Japan, to Hashima, the battleship island, which for years was one of the most amazing places in the world. This small island, also known as Gonkanjima, or Battleship Island, was once a bustling mining fortress where daily life was set by the rhythm of work and the sound of waves crashing against its concrete walls. More than 5,000 people lived here on just 6 hectares, packed into dense apartment blocks, surrounded on all sides by concrete and the endless sea. Life on Hashima was busy, and the island's community created its own closed-off world with its own schools, shops, and movie theaters. But when oil started to take over from coal, the island emptied almost overnight. Residents had to leave their homes, leaving behind their whole lives and memories, and Hashima became a ghost town. Today, Hashima is a ruin that nature and time are slowly taking over. Abandoned buildings are being covered by plants, and crumbling walls remind us how quickly human achievements can fade. Its rough industrial look has inspired filmmakers worldwide, appearing in Skyfall with James Bond, as well as in many documentaries and computer games. Visiting the island, you can feel the spirit of the old residents. Imagine the chatter of children in the schoolyard and see how quickly industrial empires can fall, leaving behind only empty hallways and echoes of the past. Hashima today is a symbol of being alone, of growth, and of a sudden end, a place that reminds us how fragile even the most impressive human structures can be. We're staying in Japan to visit Nara Dreamland, an amusement park inspired by the famous Disneyland, which was supposed to be a place full of joy, colors, and children's dreams. It opened in 1961, and its design almost faithfully copied the original park from California, attracting families from all over the country. For decades, Nara Dreamland was full of life. Crowds of visitors walked the paths, and children's laughter echoed among the carousels and roller coasters. But over time, strong competition appeared, especially after the official Tokyo Disneyland opened in 1983. A lack of investment and modern attractions caused the park to decline. After closing in 2006, Nara Dreamland became a fascinating place for urban explorers and photographers. Rusty roller coasters, faded character figures, and abandoned carousels created a surreal, almost fairy tale atmosphere where time stood still. For years, the abandoned park became a legend and a symbol of passing time. In 2016, the park was finally torn down, and its buildings were leveled. Today, almost nothing remains of Nara Dreamland, except for memories and photos that still circulate online and in the hearts of former guests. Nara Dreamland is a story about big dreams that, without care and investment, can disappear without a trace. Its history reminds us how fleeting the magic of places that once buzzed with life can be. It's also a warning about how quickly magic can fade if we don't take care of it and cherish the memories. We're heading to the Namib Desert, to Kolmanskop, a town born from the diamond rush, German architecture, luxury and wealth, all in the middle of the desert. When the diamonds ran out, the residents left, and the town was swallowed by sand. Today, the insides of the houses are filled with dunes, and colorful wallpaper stands out against the desert landscape. Kolmanskop is one of the most photogenic places in the world, a symbol of how wealth and human ambition fade away. The desert is taking back what was once taken from it. This place reminds us how fleeting human successes can be. In Belgium, Château Miranda awaited us, a neo-Gothic castle straight out of a fairy tale. For years it served the aristocracy, then children as an orphanage. Abandoned in 1991, it became a destination for urban explorers and lovers of ghost legends. Despite attempts to save it, the castle was torn down in 2017. Only photos and memories remain, a sad reminder that even the most beautiful historical sites can disappear without care. Its spirit still lingers over the Ardennes. In France, we visit Oradour-sur-Glane, a village that became a monument to the tragedy of World War II. In 1944, German soldiers murdered over 600 residents here. The village ruins have been kept as a warning and a place to remember. Walking through the burned-out homes and streets, we see traces of everyday life stopped in an instant. This place is not a tourist attraction, but a painful history lesson. Every stone tells a story of loss and the need to remember. Oradour-sur-Glane reminds us how thin the line is between civilization and barbarism. Souviens-toi, remember. In Mexico, the forces of nature literally swallowed the village of San Juan Parangaricutiro. The Paricutin volcano erupted in 1943, destroying the surrounding area with lava and ash. A preserved part of the church, the tower and the altar, now rises from a sea of hardened lava. This site is a symbol of unwavering faith and the human spirit. The church has become a destination for pilgrims and tourists, reminding us of nature's power. This place shows how dynamic and unpredictable our planet is. In Pennsylvania, there's Centralia, a town that's been burning underground for over 60 years. A coal mine fire made the ground crack open, and life there became impossible. Most of the people living there had to move away, and the town almost disappeared from maps. Today, Centralia has empty streets, smoke coming up from the ground, and it feels like something out of a scary movie. This place gave ideas to the creators of Silent Hill and became a symbol of nature's wild power. Centralia reminds us how dangers we can't see can destroy whole communities. Let's go back in time to ancient Persepolis, the old capital of the Persian Empire. The huge palaces, gates and carvings showed how powerful the Achaemenids were. In 330 BC, Alexander the Great captured and burned the city. After that, Persepolis fell into ruin, covered by sand for centuries. Today, it's one of the most important archaeological sites in the world, and it's on the UNESCO list. Walking among the columns, you can feel the spirit of past centuries and the power of ancient civilizations. Persepolis teaches us about big dreams, amazing skill, and how easily human creations can be destroyed. On the Bolivian Altiplano lies the train cemetery, a surreal open-air museum full of rusty steam locomotives. Once symbols of progress, today they stand abandoned on the salty ground, worn down by wind and time. This place draws travelers and photographers with its unique atmosphere. Climbing on the wrecks, you can imagine the golden age of the railway and the people who worked here. The cemetery is a monument to the age of steam and the Industrial Revolution. It reminds us how quickly technology can become a thing of the past. And so, our journey through the forgotten places of the world comes to an end. Each one tells a story of dreams, tragedies, and the cycle of time passing. Which of these places impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Until the next video. Bye for now.